This game here, man. This game, Death Stranding 2. Um, I've been playing a lot of Madden. I'm really addicted to Madden, but I've gotten so deep into it where I'm like seeing the gameplay and I want to like so bad to be like simulation football, but it's like a glitch fest, man. It's like NBA Jam glitch fest. And when you get like multiple glitch players together, then you like really see what the game's all about. It's like you're mid blitzing, I'm fucking calling plays that beat mid blitz, and then that's the whole game. And so it's kind of annoyed me now, where I've reached a point where I'm like, oh, you reach a point where you're like simulating football games and having fun. If you play casually, you'll get a lot of games that are like maybe 21 to 14, 21-17. But then like once you start playing like as like a hobby, like really like hundreds and hundreds of games, you'll start seeing how it's like really just a glitch fest, how it's like um everyone's mid blitzing and trying to beat the mid blitz. And once you boil it down to that, then it like stops becoming a football simulation, and it just becomes a you call mid blitz and I'll call my blitz beaters. You know what I mean? And no, so now the games are like it's like 45 to 35, 28 to 35, and then just like this is like insane games where like the guy I had four interceptions and he still scored 35 points. You know what I mean? Like in a 12-minute game, and I had 35 points. Like so, it's like 80 points in the game plus four interceptions. I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. How is this even possible in a 12-minute game? And neither one of us are running clock. We're both just like flying. Like, let's go. We're like fucking playing like Mayweather and fucking with the Rumble in the Jungle, like Ali and Frazier. We're just swinging at each other. Wah, 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 wah. No fucking ball control. But finally, I was playing another guy like that. I said, "Well, I'm gonna kill the clock." So I fucking start running and kill the clock because I'm like, "This is crazy, dude. It's gonna be back to back 45 to fucking 35 games." And so it's like deteriorating to a glitch fest, man. But I was playing Directive 8020, which is a good game. But compared to this is like a really good. This is a great game, and Directive 8020 feels kind of like generic compared to this. And this is becoming hard to put down. The graphics are really good, the music is good, the story is good, and the gameplay is really good. It's the difficulty level on this game is through the roof. Um, you don't die and try again. You fall over, damage the contents of your packages, the settlement dies, and you've got to uh, go get them over again and fix it. Or just the mission's just a failure and go help someone else. So the failure is like part of the becomes part of the overall story. It's not you don't die and try again. You fail and ruin the mission, and now you have to go do a different mission. And so that really does feel kind of punishing. Uh, it does feel punishing to fail because then you can't do it again. And then the missions are really long and difficult. So you like really, really, really don't want to fail the missions on this game. And I was thinking, oh, I wish I could put my contents down and then go fight and then come back. And then they give you you could make a base on the road and store you can do just that. So you go take care of the village and come back. I mean, you store your contents, go do the mission and come back. But this game is also very relaxing, and I'm disabled with the heart condition, so I start playing this game, and next thing you know, I'm asleep. Like I set out like right now, I'm like, okay, I'll play this game for 90 minutes or 2 hours or whatever, and then 10 minutes later I'm like asleep, snoring. So forgive me if it's not long. But I'm starting to reach a point where I'm like into this game and like I want to see what happens in the story now. It's a good like this that's the kind of games I like are story based adventures that are like they're telling a good story. Like Final Fantasy does a good job, not just like running from battle to battle. The God of War was really good because it was story based and every battle like has a little like a comic book maybe chapter of a comic. The Spider-Man 2 is like it's like reading a chapter of the comic book. Whereas the downloadable content on God of War was just a gauntlet. There was no story. It was like, go fight these 20 guys, go fight those 20. And I don't like if it's just a gauntlet or just a gladiator scene that's like, it seems like it's just a filler. Like, okay, well, if you like it, then we're just going to take all the enemies and put them in a box and you can just fight all the enemies in this. No. I like encountering the enemies in the real world, like it's a story-based adventure, and which is a big beef I had with the new Zelda games, that they weren't story-based enough. They're like map-based, not story-based. It's more the new Zeldas are like, hey, fill out the map, and then after you're doing that, your character will be strong enough to fight Ganon. You can go fight Ganon now, but he'll kill you. So just fill out the map and then fight Ganon, and then that's it. That's Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom in 4 sentences. Fill out the map, buff up your character, fight Zelda. That's it. And in the course of that, you're going to have all the old characters from all the games. You're going to have the underwater guys, the fucking frozen guys, the hot guys, Gorons, And it's like almost like a plagiarism of the title at this point to me. Because it's like we're going to copy Assassin's Creed, we're going to fucking... And now everyone's copying, like Crimson Desert has to copy Breath of the Wild and then Breath of the Wild has to copy Assassin's Creed, whereas Nintendo was always originators. Legend of Zelda 2 was an original game with a great story that led you by the story. Ocarina of Time is a good story that leads you by the story. It becomes an open world where you can do the temples in any order that you want, but like you have to get the certain items to open the certain areas. It's not just open the map. You want to scale the mountain, but in order to scale the mountain, you need the grappling hook, and in order to get the grappling hook, you got to go to the Iceland. It's not just like climb tower A, climb tower B, now climb tower C, now climb tower D, now climb tower E, now climb tower F. Ooh, yeah, that was fun. No, I don't want to run from tower to tower, dude, opening up fucking maps. I want to get the grappling hook so I could swing across the chamber and go get the princess that was stolen fucking from the Gorons, man. I want to get wrapped up in the story where I forget, you know what I mean? Horizon Dawn is a good story, action, adventure. Dragon's Dogma. This is a good story. Well, Directive 8020 is good too. No, I think the Tears of the Kingdom was terrible as far as it lost its way. All the stories were like side quests that like you barely want to do. Like I skipped all the side quests. I thought about going back to that. I have very little interest in going back to do the side quests, man. Like I've already beat the main mission. I'm not like engaged with the world. The world feels like fake and hollow to me. Some of it is on the Switch 1. It's better on Switch 2. But to me, Dragon Quest is a better game than Zelda. The Dragon Quest series, although that's on all the platforms. The Super Mario Wonder was probably the best game on the Switch. Super Mario Wonder was fantastic, man, and has some replayability because I did most of the levels, Anyway, I'm excited for the Ocarina of Time as a good story based. And this game here, I'm like actually interested to see what happens with Norman Reedus character and the woman, what's her name, Fragile, and the kid Lou. We left the baby with her, and how uh, this kind of dystopian world where they have like a neural network kind of reminds me of like Peter Thiel and fascist uh, the fascist Reich, the nerd Reich. Peter Thiel, Elon Musk, Curtis Yarvin, all those fucking lunatics. Oh my fucking god. You've got these fringe fucking lunatics that should be fucking banned to the furthest outskirts of fucking 4chan networks on the internet. And meanwhile, they're in the fucking White House running the government. It's fucking crazy, man. You have the fucking best friend of Jeffrey Epstein is the president of the United States. Like, that's crazy. Jeffrey Epstein's best friend is the president of the United States. Crazy. Jeffrey Epstein's best friend is the president of the United States. So my humor is too advanced for people. If I say President Peter Thiel, or if I say President Natalie Harp, you know what I mean? Like, people don't know what I'm talking about. Who? Who's Peter Thiel? Who's Natalie Harp? A lot of people don't know. They have no idea. The common people, like you talk to people who watch the news, they go, oh my God, I can't. But like 90% of the people don't even know who they are. President Peter Thiel, Jeffrey Epstein, best friend is. I mean, isn't it crazy that like the guy who called Jeffrey Epstein a great guy is president of the United States, dude? How did that happen, dude? How the fuck does that happen, dude? Yeah, I mean, it's pretty wild how Jeffrey Epstein's best friend is the president of the United States. I mean, yeah, they had a falling out, but they were best friends for like 20 years. And even before President Trump hung out with Jeffrey Epstein, he was hanging out with a guy named John Casablanca running a model agency. John Casablanca left his wife for two 15-year-olds. And they say Democrats have cognitive dissonance. This is crazy. Beach things are like dead spirits, man. Dead spirits that blow up when they contact back with reality. Oh, I get it. They use these babies, they call them BBs, to uh, detect the undead things. The undead things try to return to a body but can't, so they call them stranded death porters, deliver cargo. The Death Stranding come in and cause void outs that like blow up the areas. Porters have a hard life. These are like 3D printers. They could print like buildings and everything, man. These like when you get to a new area, they activate it. Creatures that the Death Strandings have their own little ecosystem. It's a pretty cool story, man. Actually, I haven't got to any. I don't know if there's any like cities or anything yet. It seems like we're all. It feels like the California desert, basically. United States have become United Cities of America. Bridges connects everything with a network. There's like so much in this game, dude. It's pretty deep. For those of you that don't like to read, this game is not for everybody. I don't know. This game might be too deep for me, dude. It's like too heavy for me, dude. I'm overwhelmed, man. He's learning games these days. It's like a fucking career and shit. Like Madden is like so much to it, man. You gotta like study and get a fucking degree in it.
Order accepted. Thank you.
I'm confused because they said we would give you stuff, dude. You need to take stuff, or am I good, man? Like, do I have everything I need? Cargo management. Yeah, see? Because then it was also making me buy one when I have stuff up. So yeah, like I don't need to make a ladder. I already have one. I didn't know what I already had and what I don't already have. I didn't really make a route, but you can do it anywhere, right? So you just go here. Confirm. I think you could make a. I don't know that I don't know if I made a route. You can do it up here though.
Perhaps you right? You take care now.
Let's redeploy cargo. Hide markers, view cargo. Uh,
Thank you. Kindly.
I gotta be honest, this game feels really gnarly, man. I think we should go up this way. Uh, um, so you're gonna take the straight, keep going straight, and then take this path. Here, custom marker B, then you'll go up here this way. Yeah, this game's pretty intense.
Take care, Sam.
That's when like the whole Earth is just gonna blow up.
My name's Sam.
Well, look, concern my shoes are wearing down. In the bottom left corner, it shows your shoes, boots. I don't know if we could repair them on the road or what, but they're already at half, and I'm at the beginning of the mission. I don't know what that X is blinking. That XQ in the corner? I'm not sure.
Gotta work on those core muscles.
Good evening, Sam. ID confirmed. Welcome, Sam.
Security measures lifted. Weapons detected. Be advised that usage is restricted inside facility grounds.
Still saying they got yeah, you gotta come back here later. You know, you could leave that stuff here too. The other thing. Uh oh, you already dropped. Okay, yeah, just leave that there. You have to go. I tried to pussy out and avoid the fight, but you have to fight them.
Disengaging weapons restrictions.
Take care, Sam.
I don't know. I guess I'm saying I have to carry this. Well, I might have blew it by trying to skip, because now I did have the boot strength before, but now I might not. Because my boot strength is wearing, and I wasted time trying to go early. I imagine you could fix on the road, though. Can't I fix it in the time shelter or something?
Now entering chiral network coverage.
Oh, that's what that cue was, saying I'm offline. So I'm watching. I'm actually watching YouTube on how to do this, and it says actually you have to let them capture you, and then fight a boss. Yeah, evidently you let them capture you, and then evidently, yeah, you use your grenades. Oh wait, I'm watching a different guy to see how he does it. See if I could find the guy's sign. He put a sign out. He has full boots. My boots are destroyed. They said you cannot repair your boots, but you can make brand new boots. Blood grenade. Place in backpack. This guy doesn't have the catcher. Hey, what the hell's going on here?
Vince from News and Analysis. Find us on youtube.com/AllSteelers Talk. Check me out anywhere. Clearly sending some sort of message. Whatever that message is, I don't know. Mike McCarthy takes the podium 2-3 days later and says that he and the Steelers are at an impasse with walked into Arthur's office. In this situation, it seems to be very clearly coming a lot from Joey's side. Oh, NFL teams are curious about if they. In 1988, a woman broke 40 years of silence. She was a nurse. Here's her phrasing, recorded verbatim in the Fenwick transcript. The question has a shape different from the remainder unrecorded. Pittsburgh Steelers and Joey Porter Jr. are not close on a deal. So far off, actually, that no deal has been offered. Pittsburgh Steelers seemingly aren't interested enough to put an offer on the table for their star corner. Right? In this case, it was money laundering and human trafficking concerns that provoked the suspicious activity report. criticisms of federal courts about this involves Russians too. One is the opening article to lead with before they get to the main article, and the second is the main article. The two articles about the degradation.
On screen now is a photo that was taken moments before disaster at Donald Trump's IndyCar race in D.C. yesterday. You see Melania Trump standing in the forefront with an awkward smile on her face, and then Natalie Harp lingering, looming behind Melania's shoulder with a very creepy grin on her face. Now, the disaster that I was referring to was that only moments after this photo was taken, Melania and Trump seemed to have gotten in a fight. I thought I'd bring in my girlfriend Yumi, otherwise known as Universe, to break down this deteriorating relationship between Trump and Melania.
Hi, everyone. I think that Melania is beginning to pick up on the relationship between Donald Trump and Natalie Harp.
What made you think that? Is it the fact that Melania Trump stormed off only moments after Donald Trump touched her leg on camera?
I think that's part of it, but I also think it's the fact that someone who looks almost identical to his daughter is just moving and lingering over Melania's shoulder. And there's a well-documented relationship between them. I mean, she wipes his ass. She leaves him notes that say things like, "You're all that matters to me." I think that's pretty suspicious. I don't know how to you.
It's the girl that were wiping my ass and leaving me notes for an offense with us. I hope that never happens. But there's an interesting theory that there's, a two-way relationship going on here, where Natalie Harp's father tragically committed suicide back in 2020. It's genuinely tragic. And she's looking for a father figure in her life who can kind of fill that gap. This is what I've seen online. On the other hand, Donald Trump also has said if Ivanka weren't his daughter, he'd be dating her. So you kind of see how the relationship works in symbiosis like that. It's kind of creepy, right?
There's some sort of weird familial dynamic. I also think it's weird that her brother did an interview where he literally said that she had written notes to previous presidents.
Yeah, so let's run through the story and how these events folded, because Trump looked like an absolute lost grandpa throughout all of this. Before we even get into the fight that he and Melania got into, we have multiple videos of Natalie Harp lingering around. We have this video
If you are tired of getting sacked,
where everybody that's sitting around Trump is looking and pointing in one direction. They're all trying to get Donald Trump's attention in one specific direction because clearly something is going on. Trump then begins to point to the wrong direction. They're like, "No, sir, look, that direction." And then he finally looks over. He is a lost child at all of these events.
He looks like me when I lost my mom in the grocery store.
That's always what he looks like. He's always leaning over really awkwardly, and like he can't stand correctly. Let me play one more clip of Trump being just absurdly confused.
Oh my goodness.
In this clip, Donald Trump was waving around the green flag from the wrong end, and Melania Trump at one point has to grab the green flag and show him, "No, sir, this is not how you're supposed to do it." Wait a minute. Then even in this video, you can see Natalie Harp lingering in the background. What the hell?
I bet she wishes it was her who grabbed the flag from him.
Yeah, she's wearing green on her dress. She probably wishes she was the flag herself. Okay, now this gets us into the Natalie Harp, Donald Trump storyline. So many people haven't seen this clip, but earlier in the day, Eric Trump was chatting with Natalie Harp as they awaited Donald Trump. You can see them standing there talking. Natalie Harp has become a huge part of the family, obviously, a huge part of the administration in a very odd, creepy way. It's been reported that many of the other staffers in the White House are sort of either perturbed or oftentimes jealous at Natalie Harp's relationship with Trump, so they're the ones making these leaks.
Look at Eric Trump's body language in this clip. He clearly finds it very weird that his father has a relationship with a woman who looks like his own sibling, who is younger than him.
Yeah, I mean, he's 42 years old. Natalie Harp is 35 years old. Can I just zoom out for 1 second and point out that it's very effed up that Donald Trump even let the Natalie Harp situation get this far. I was talking to my mom about this, and she's like a leadership coach. She works with businesses who try to build teams around them. And she,
All right. And I got distracted. I saw Mockler drop the video. It's just more of the same. They're analyzing the Melania apparently upset over Trump's assistant Natalie Harp looks like Ivanka and writes him love letters. It's apparently an affair. They've been caught together in the White House late at night, and people are concerned that Natalie Harp has a big influence over Trump, just like Peter Thiel has a big influence over Trump. Anyway, you use blood grenades here. One guy said you get caught and go try to fight the catcher. Another guy said no, you can beat him with blood grenades. So we're going to try either way, and hopefully we don't fail on this mission. But we're not going to worry too much about it. One guy said he caused a void out and blew up the whole area. Alrighty then, here's another one right there. You don't have to be intimidated. You're just hitting L2 and R2, dude. overthrow it like Madden. It's not that hard, dude. You get 10 grenades, so... That is?
Ambient chiral density has fallen to within normal range. BT threat neutralized. Please deliver your cargo to the research lab.
Alright, and our boots are still still going. Helps your boots by walking on the path, man.
Get it done.
Good morning to you. Access the delivery terminal to process your orders and requests.
time no see, Sam. Though, having said that, I realize you probably don't recognize me like this. Anyway, why don't you let me take a look at your orders? Very nice indeed. One glance is all I need to tell it's in great condition. Oh, picked up some lost cargo, I see. Should be a nice surprise for someone. We never doubted you'd show. Reliable, we're ready for you to link us up with your Cupid. Once you do, you'll have fulfilled your objective of...
Now displaying your current porter grade.
So, Sam. The name's Alex. I was a Bridges employee. So, when I was offered the opportunity to collaborate with him here, and now, this kind of spike is indicative of an imminent jump. I've shared with you, because if a giant well, the delivery you were kind enough to bring us contained it. This ammunition, you can also, we've set aside. We've been seeing a lot of gatequakes and seismic. It's all, our analysis of these, what the data doesn't tell it. Now that we seriously up. It's hard to know. So for now, you should, that's both we'll keep you posted.
It's been too long, Sam. You were a good friend to me. One I could never forget. Which is why I took steps to ensure that this message would only play upon your arrival. The sensors were set to scan for your biometric data. A simple enough trick. Now, this was originally a geophysics laboratory established for the study of earthquakes. And for that reason, it holds a wealth of documentation on gatequakes, tar currents, and placates. As well, I discovered, as research data on the other side. Now, what I'm about to tell you, I learned after I came to this place. Imagine that this is the lab. Though it's relatively close to the northern tip of South America, the continent is entirely cut off from us by a tar belt. And so we have no idea what's going on down there. Nor do we know the state of any continent other than our own. The researchers here were trying to establish contact with the rest of the world. They were well equipped to do so, as the facility had once been used to launch research satellites. So they tried launching a variety of probes and drones in the hope of obtaining observational data, with no success. The Earth, you see, is shrouded in a thick layer of chiralium that renders electronics inoperable at altitude. So they tried sending ships across the ocean. Oh, yes. Oh, but that failed too. The high concentration of chiralium in open water proved too corrosive, invariably causing them to sink. But then the researchers found some rather rare birds on their doorsteps. Birds not native to the region. Nice birdie, nice birdie. And that, my friend, was just the beginning. Not far from the lab, they discovered a strange anomaly. Well, the surrounding area was heavily contaminated with chiralium. Yes. This is beautiful. The researchers would later dub the anomaly a plate gate. But further investigation revealed that it came into existence when you began to expand the chiral network across North America, and that the gate grew larger in tandem with the network itself. What started as a tiny fissure in space became so much more. The researchers duly installed cameras to study the gate and its surrounding area. Now, to their surprise, they caught footage of some unusual marsupials. Yes, a kind you wouldn't expect to normally encounter in Central America, like the birds. But to confirm their suspicions, they sent an autonomous robot through the gate. The soil samples it collected were consistent with the archived geological data from the southern hemisphere. Not long after, several men and women came through the gate. They spoke English, and they confirmed that they had indeed come from faraway Australia. We finally knew the world outside North and Central America had survived. Ours was not the last bastion of humanity, but Australia had suffered the death stranding too. Undeterred, the researchers began working closely with Bridges and conducted a series of tests, paving the way for an expedition to Australia that would lay the groundwork for chiral network expansion. After they had first installed surveillance equipment, that is, so that the gate could be monitored from the Mexican side, a necessity to this day as Australia is not yet connected to the chiral network. The UCA may not have dreams of conquest and control, but they aren't about to let just anyone use the gate. Indeed, that's one of the reasons they were so determined to connect Australia to the network in the first place. Well, I suppose that's all I have to say about the plate gate. There's something else that I need to tell you, though. Something far more important. Mind if I pause it here? I have to go take a shower.
Gatequake detected. Sam, a gigantic BT just showed up outside. We're prepping weapons for you now. Access the terminal up top and take whatever you need. We're counting on you.
He's like, fuck this, dude. I'll save the world in a minute, man. I just fucking did a bunch of shit. So I gotta take a crap regardless.